Okay, so now we are going to make a Python program to sum up all the digits of a number. For example, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sum is 15. Now to implement this, first we'll use a quick method which is more like a shortcut. We make it like this. The total of the number is the sum of every digit for digit in string number. Now why we are converting it to a string? Because an integer object is not iterable in Python. That's why we convert it to string first, such that it iterates for every digit. In other words, separates every digit in the number. And now that you have already converted it to a string and separated its digits, you have to convert the digits back to integer again to sum up. Now if you run the program, you get the desired results. 15 is the sum of all these 5 digits obviously, and you did it with basically just a one line of code. So this is kind of a shortcut because we are converting the number into a string, separating it, and then summing it up. You know, there is another proper way, or say like a lengthy way of doing it from scratch. The sum of the digits will follow a logic, and the logic is to divide the number by 10 and separate each digit in each step. To show you what I mean, remember we have a decimal number system. So you have 10 digits in your number system. That's why if you divide a number by 10, you can separate digits from it. For example, if you divide 1, 2, 3, 4 by 10, you get a result like 123.4. But instead of dividing the number, you can separate the integer value of the division and get the remainder after dividing it by 10. This way you are actually separating a digit from the whole number, and afterward if you do the same thing for 1, 2, 3, you get 3 out of it, and you do the same thing for 1, 2, and you get 2 out of it, and then 1. So this is the logic, how you can separate each digits and sum them up afterwards. And this double division sign is actually integer division in Python, such that we get an integer out of it. So remember that. Moving on to the implementation, the sum of the digits will be the result we get after calling the sum of digit function we are going to write. So the function would look something like this. Initially we set the total to 0. Essentially the total is the sum of the digits. Then we find the length of the number like this. Length would be len string number, because again it won't work with an integer. Now that we know how many times we need to run the loop, let's make the loop. So the loop will go something like this. For I in range of length of the number, we get the remainder using number modulus 10. Then we just add the remainder to the total. So for example, you get 4 from here, so you add it up in the total. Afterward, we divide the number we had by 10, more specifically an integer division, and get the integer value, such that we get the shortened number. Then we divide that number again, and so on up until we get all the digits. And if you do that, ultimately you separate all the digits and you get the sum of all the digits. Finally, we just return the total. So now if you run it, you see the sum of all the digits is 28, which is correct. So yes, this is how the program works. Here we can separate its digits by dividing it by 10. This is a good thing to know, but in practice, yes, you can just convert the number into a string and then sum it up, because Python gives you the opportunity to do that. Anyway, I hope this video was useful to you, and that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.